But I'll say again, Maz, and I didn't watch end to end. I was just able to check in and check in and check. But every time I checked in, the Red Sox were making a play. Like, again, either their starting pitcher was pitching into the 6th or 7th inning and getting guys out. They were making plays in the field. They were picking the Yankees off of bases. There was some tremendous drama over the weekend. That Aaron Judge home run in the 9th inning on Friday, just box office. Could have done an hour on that if it wasn't for the Devers trade.
That at-bat was insane. And it had the makings. Had the Red Sox lost that would have been hands down their worst loss of the season, and there's been a bunch.
I wouldn't have sent Crochet out for the 9th.
No?
I wouldn't.
Oh, come on.
I wouldn't.
Oh, he was so dominant that night.
Here's my complaint with it. Since when? Like, all of a sudden now they're letting him go 9?
All of a sudden, let's have some fun. Let's play baseball.
So all of a sudden, like, they're going to let him go.
Well,
they've been using Chapman all year long.
He had struck him out 3 times, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but again, he up to 107 pitches, and then he piped him one at thigh high, and he hit it into freaking into Cambridge. So, like, I don't know. You got Chapman out there after he goes 8. That's not enough now?
Crochet was dominant, and it was nice to see, like, if you're 3rd or 4th time through, he's going. Like, he's getting
I can't believe you didn't want to play baseball there.
I just was surprised by it.
That's
all.
It didn't work, but I'm glad. That felt like a human decision made by a human being, putting 2 human beings against each other in a human drama. It was refreshing. I don't care if it was the wrong move. It's what I want to see as a fan.
So I just wonder what's gotten into them. All of a sudden, they're changing their philosophy. First, they pull him out of a game after 5 innings. Now, Jimmy, would you say the pitch count was supposed to be on Friday night?
91 pitches.
Okay, so if you could go to that three-game, 300 pitches thing, now all of a sudden they're letting him go to 107?
They were still doing some of that crap over the weekend. The last 2 games were not closed by Chapman. And in real time, who closed on Saturday?
Whitesert.
Whitesert did it.
Whitesert, and then it was
Whitlock yesterday.
Whitlock last night. So Whitlock comes in, gets a killer double play ball to get him out of that inning, and I think in the 8th. And then he comes back out for the 9th. I'm like, oh, I see you, Alex Cora. Like I thought. And then he didn't pitch Chapman again on Saturday either. I'm like, what was it? Cora making some actual real-time decisions here that come through. I'm like, well, then it turns out.
Or they're holding Chapman back because they're going to trade him next.
I don't know if they're going to trade him, but they held him out. The Herald, I'm sure others had it as well. Chapman was not used in a save situation in the top of the 9th in Saturday or Sunday. Cora said before the game the decision was to give him some extra rest. We decided after Friday we were going to give him 2 days off because of usage. His usage had been way up there, Cora said. So he'll be back tomorrow, meaning today. Chapman has appeared in 32 games so far this season, which is tied for 7th most in the American League. The Red Sox have leaned particularly hard on the 37-year-old recently, with Chapman pitching 5 games in 7 days between June 7th and 13th. So they did Chapman come in then on Friday after that home run?
Yep.
So after that, they said we're going to shut him down. Boy, if the Red Sox, if Weissert or Whitlock had given it up,
Weissert tried.
You would have been all over him. So they were still doing that thing. Just in that moment Friday night, it was...
Sure, yeah, it was cool to see.
Come on. I can't believe you don't like it.
No. I was confused by the move, is what it is. I like the drama of it all, too. Don't get me wrong. But all of a sudden, now what? They're changing the way they do things? Now we're going to let them go 9 innings? It's just inconsistent.
They just wanted that at bat.
It's just inconsistent. That's all. And so, I just don't. And maybe that's part of the logic, is they thought, we're only going to have Chapman for 1 game this weekend, so we're going to let Crochet go 9.
Well, I mean, what can I tell you? It was good stuff all weekend. How about our guy, Dobbins, winning one for his alleged father?
Yeah,
Yeah, he answered look, he has balls.
How about that?
The kid has balls. He showed in Kansas City earlier in the year when he knocked Bobby Witt off the plate. Like, to me it was, he's got some of that. I don't know, maybe it's at the sacrifice of some brain power.
Well, whatever it takes. The pitching was terrific. Has Bayo ever looked that good?
No, Bayo was good too.
In that kind of spot?
Yep. More fastballs.
And I'll tell you, he outdueled that Fried. His stuff, he's fun to watch.
He's great.
His curveball is a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he's
goodness.
He's a hard guy to hit against because you have to protect the whole plate.
But I'll tell you, the right-handers had a much better chance against him, and that was sort of the thing all weekend. We were hacked off that Meyer and Roman Anthony weren't going to play much. They played the right-handers. Cora was justified. Not that I knew it beforehand that Chapman had been shut down, but I felt he was pulling different levers in the bullpen. They all seemed to work. The Yankees were the one who were running around with their heads cut off. In every game, I think someone got caught at third. And maybe there was two in one night, but there was like three. So on Friday night, they get to the 10th inning. The dummy takes off for third. Is originally called safe, and on a real close replay is called out.
Yep.
Then was it that night or the next night where Navarez throws behind the guy between second and third, and they get him at third?
Was
that also Friday or was it Saturday?
No, that was Saturday, I think.
And then yesterday there was a pickoff. They got a guy off a second on a straight pickoff, I think.
The Yankees were complicit in their demise over the weekend.
But it's like the other team was doing it, not you. It's like the first time I've seen that all season.
Correct.
This is the best they've looked to me all season.
Yeah, by far. And again, I think it even spilled into the end of the Tampa series. All 5 of those games, they played pretty well. They put Meyer into the game on Saturday, right? That was the day he played because Anthony played Friday night. And Meyer made 2 good plays at third base, one down the line where he, bounced the ball over to first. And then the next one, a couple of batters later, he had to charge in, which is the whole reason I thought he should have been out there full time anyways. His defense is better than Toro's defense over there. But they played complete baseball pretty much all the way around. And it was more like the team we expected. So all of a sudden they give you that, and here goes Devers out the door. Good timing.
It feels that way on the outside. I don't know if it feels worse on the inside. I don't know. And I know baseball, it doesn't always matter, Maz. It usually doesn't matter. Like, I know. I've seen it. I've seen teams lose their best player. And what was the year the Nationals traded Bryce Harper? They won the World Series.
Correct.
It just happens. Whatever. I'll come up with more examples, but listen, Devers has been playing every day and hitting the entire season, and they've largely sucked. They can't be one game over 500 without him? I don't think they're going to be any worse.
Well, look, again, to your point, the Mariners, when they traded Ken Griffey Jr., they set that record with 116
That was the year after?
When he was gone. Correct. Yeah. Mike Cameron was playing center field.
It's just sports, folks. Sports. It happens that way. And I don't know about Griffey. I don't know about Harper. But I do think Devers was a drag. The Devers thing was a drag on the team. It was a drag on the manager.
And Nomar was a drag here.
I think absolutely Nomar was absolutely a drag. Now, Devers, I think, is more mercurial than that. Like, I think Nomar was like a real
pill.
Yeah. And just
trying to undermine the operation.
And I think that his attitude sort of permeated. He is just Devers, I wouldn't put in that same class, but who knows? Again, Jimmy's little nugget before was great, Jimmy. Give that to me again, if you don't mind, that you believe as you look at your phone.
He has to pull up the text.
He's pulling it.
I've got a whole bunch of text messages about a whole bunch of Red Sox garbage. Devers was upset that Campbell volunteered to play first base, Devers believed the team had made their bed and they should lie in it.
So Devers got in Campbell's ear because there was a time Campbell was getting work at first base. He was primed to play. There was that Sunday somewhere, that Sunday game where they were at Atlanta, and then all of a sudden he won. And it's like, so why? Did Devers get in his ear and say, don't bail these a-holes out? And Campbell, wanting to do right by his veteran teammate, pulled out. And is that why he didn't do it? Was that the kind of crap that was going on there? Wouldn't surprise me. What else has your phone got there, Jimmy?
Oh, there's a whole power struggle with Cora and Breslow, that Breslow is isolated out. Other members of the front office staff that are loyal to Cora.
My ears perked up the way you talked about Chapman. Anything on that phone?
I think Chapman's as good as gone before the deadline. I think it's convenient that he's resting in one of the biggest series of the year. That's convenient.
So I was going to say, that is a hell of a time. They could have rested him these 3 games against the National League West team.
Correct.
Versus the New York Yankees. I mean, that is sort of, I'm with you on that.
They probably want to guarantee losses.
I don't know about that. But I think Devers was dragging him down. And now how many wins or losses does that translate to? Who the hell knows? It would not surprise me one bit if the Red Sox are just as good, if not better, without him. And that on paper, they're not that. But it's just, like I said, Mazz, sports. It happens.
Sure it does, of course. Yeah, they could, in the long run, they could be better off. I have no doubts about that whatsoever.
I'm not even talking about the long run. I'm talking about this season.
I just have a hard time defending the Red Sox when they keep letting players leave that they can afford.
I know. I don't want to defend them. I like the move. I don't like them. I will defend the move. I won't defend them. Is that perfect fence up my ass, Glenn Ordway Hall of Fame sort of behavior?
This was an all-star performance by you today.
By the way, don't be surprised if Campbell's your DH tonight.
Okay.
He asked me for nuggets out of my phone, so I'm giving you a nugget.
No. So and that represents we can finally do this because the turd in the punch bowl has been removed.
Oh, right. I guess I see that. I see the connection now.
Okay, so we can get more of our guy flexibility in the lineup. I don't want to hear about financial flexibility. I'm not going to give him that.
So then get another guy off the field who can't field.
But does it free up the whole thing? It might. I don't think the season's gone by a long shot. In fact, now it's just about to get interesting.
Speaking of which, Campbell sucks defensively.
Maybe interesting in a good way.
Might suck at DH, too.